So, Week 12 is over, and another two teams have clinched the playoff spots, and Where's Beat Brady has also clinched a bye. Now, with that said, there's still 6 teams fighting for those last 3 playoff spots, and this is going to be an interesting week. There's a lot of winning in teams, and I'm going to go through that in my next couple slides. So we had some close games here this week, and we had some not some close games. Chip Kelly Slaves and 2 Live Jew really went down to the wire. 2 Live Jew needed that win to get him to 6-6. Now he's tied with Chip Kelly Slaves. Rams Rule, they needed to win, and it turned out because of how everything else played out, they clinched the playoffs with this win. And Dingleberries performed pretty badly this week, but they're still holding on by a thread. With My Nipples surprisingly beat Raging Ray Rice. And at the same time, Raging Ray Rice has also clinched a playoff spot because of losses to Chip Kelly Slaves, Greg's Splendid Team, and I think Rams Rule clinching helped them. Where's Beef Brady beats Greg's team, and with that, they get the bye week in Week 14. So they have a chance to rest their virtual fucking players. And Will Forks Chode beats up the Peekaboo Crew, and that keeps Will Forks Chode in the game, but Peekaboo Crew is not out of it yet. Not really much to say here, but Where's Beat Brady has clinched the round 1 bye in Week 14. Next we have what Raging Ray Rice needs to do to get the bye. Next week, do they beat Where's Beat Brady? Yes, they clinch a round 1 bye. No, they need Rams Rule to lose and then they'll clinch the bye. If not, then they're going to have to play in Week 14. But the good news is they've clinched a spot. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying my flow diagrams. I have to do these at work sometimes, but it works for fantasy football as well. So Rams Rule, to get that bye, they need to beat 2 Live Jew, and they also need Raging Ray Rice to lose, and that's because Raging Ray Rice is so far ahead of them on points. Greg's Splendid Team has one of the most complicated diagrams, but they also have one of the best chances of making the playoffs. All they need to do is beat Will Forks Chode and they're in. If not, they need Chip Kelly Slaves to lose, and then they're in because they're so far ahead of Chip Kelly on points. If not, did 2 Live Jew lose? Yes, they're going to need more points than 2 Live Jew and they get in. If 2 Live Jew wins, they need more points than any other 6 and 7 team, which could be Dingleberries, it could be Peekaboo Crew, any one of those. They're really close in points to 2 Live Jew, so it really will come down to points if they do lose this game. The 2 Live Jew is in a very similar situation. If they beat Rams Rule, they get that playoff spot. If not, they need Chip Kelly Slaves to lose because they're far ahead on points. If not, they need Greg to lose and get more points than Greg. And if they happen to lose to that, then they're going to need more points than the Peekaboo Crew or the Dingleberries, winner of that game. So it's really likely they're going to make the playoffs just because they have so many points. But there's always a chance they could miss it. Best bet is just to win this week. About the only way that Chip Kelly Slaves is going to get in is I'm going to have to win this week. If not, Peekaboo Crew is way too far ahead of me on points, so I need them to lose, and I need Dingleberries to beat them. And Dingleberries and Chip Kelly Slaves are very close on points, so when whatever happens, I'm going to need to score more points than Dingleberries if I want to get in with a loss. So it's remote, but it could still happen if Chip Kelly Slaves loses this week. You know, I don't think my team even deserves to make the playoffs. As far as the 5 and 7 teams go, Peekaboo Crew definitely has the best chance because they have the most points. They need to beat Dingleberries. There's no doubt about that. You gotta win to even have a chance. And then if that happens, they're going to need at least one of the 6 and 6 teams, Chip Kelly Slaves, 2 Live Jew, or Greg Splendid, to lose. And they're going to need more points than one of those teams, which they should be able to do. So it doesn't look too bad for Peekaboo Crew, but they need a loss. They need a little bit of help. The Dingleberries are in a tough spot because even if they beat Peekaboo Crew, they don't have enough points to get ahead of Greg's Splendid Team or the 2 Live Jew. So like many fucking teams, they need me to lose. They need Chip Kelly Slaves to go down, and they also need more points than Chip Kelly Slaves. So this could really come down to the wire. And they don't have the best chance of making it, but they're not out of the race yet. Last and also least is Will Forks Chode. They're going to need a lot of things to happen to get in, but they're not mathematically eliminated. They need to beat Greg's Splendid Team, and they need Chip Kelly Slaves to lose because Chip Kelly Slave has the lowest points now out of all the 6-6 teams. And then they're going to need to score 70 more points than Chip Kelly Slaves. That might sound far-fetched, but I've seen some wins where one team did actually score 70 points more than the others. I think the team formerly known as Huevos did it earlier this year, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Hang in there, Chodes. So that's that. And in addition to the playoffs, remember, we're also going to figure out which team is going to have the highest point total this year. Right now, it's really close. I think Peekaboo Crew, Raging Ray Rice, Where's the Beef Brady, they're all in it. It's going to come down to who has the most points this week. And that's $150, so you'll get that right away. And even if a team's good and they scored a lot of points and they had some bad luck, at least they're getting that as a consolation prize. You're getting your money back plus $50. So sounds pretty good. Hope to see some of you guys this weekend. Watch some games, and good luck to y'all in the playoffs.